Welcome back, Classics, for tuning in. This week we're going to be going into the Google form that I submitted on Monday. So we're in part 3 of week 7. So let's jump right into the iPad and let's kind of see what our topics are here. So what you're looking at here is my iPad. We're in week 7, part 3. And so we're still focused on slope-intercept form. So now what we're doing is we're looking at graphs. So if I were to give you a graph here, can we come up with the equation that would represent it in what we call slope-intercept form? Slope-intercept form, if you don't remember, is y equals mx plus b. This is something we did a little bit, before we left, but it's one of those things that's probably new for some of us. It was like the last topic. We didn't cover it that much. And then next week we're going to continue on with this topic, so hopefully this will make sense to you. It's pretty easy. It's the go-to version if you ever had to take data and come up with a formula for it, so you can use that formula to predict other numbers down the road, or maybe you're going to try to come up with a story problem that can represent it, that type of thing. So let's jump right in. I got 3 problems here that I gave you graphs on the Google form that we just need to come up with the equation for it. So y equals mx plus b. Again, the 2 parts, this is slope. That's something we did the last couple weeks. And then b is the y-intercept, where it hits the y-axis. So that's pretty easy. So we're going to go into this. So it shouldn't be too bad. It should be a quick number. So let's jump right into problem number 1 here. So what you're looking at here is we're looking at a graph. We can definitely see that it's hitting the y-axis at 3. So that's my y-intercept. Now the coordinate for this would be 0, 3. That's the actual coordinate for this dot right here. Because it's 0 right and left, it's up and down 3. But the y-intercept number, this would be my b number in that formula. Y equals mx plus b. Whoa, I just wrote it down wrong. Mx plus b, there we go. And that plus b would be the plus 3. So that's where I hit the y-axis at. So that's pretty easy. Now all I have to do is figure out my slope and then plug it into the formula and I'm done. That's seriously it. So all I need to do is pick up maybe a different coordinate. This one looks kind of good. Pick a different dot, and then I can come up with the equation that represents it. Now that dot's coordinate is 2 right and left, so it's over 2, and then it's up 6. So there's the coordinate. Again, the first number is always right and left, the second number is always up and down. So now that I have my 2 coordinates, I can find slope. So if you don't remember slope, we did this last couple weeks here. If you need to go back and watch one of those old videos, this is the slope formula. You subtract the y numbers, and then you subtract the x numbers. Now, what I mean by x and y's, again, when I have my 2 coordinates here, 0, 3, and what is that, 2, 6, the front numbers are x's, and the second numbers are the y's in each of those coordinates, in each of those ordered pairs. Again, they're called ordered pairs because they're in alphabetical order. So the y numbers, it's 3 minus 6. Again, subtracting the y numbers. The x numbers are 0 and 2. And I just put them in order, front minus back. That's how I always do it. So 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. And so the 2 negative signs would cancel. So my slope is 3 over 2, or called 3 halves. And that would be the number that goes here. And there is my formula. Y equals 3 halves x plus 3. So what that means is I would rise 3, run 2. Rise 3, run 2. And I'll get to each number each time. Then this is the goal. That's slope-intercept form. Pretty easy. It's the go-to version if you have a graph or you need to graph something. You just go to that form. Let's go to problem number 2 out of 3 here. Okay, so this one. First thing again, y equals mx plus b. I need to figure out that b number. Where did I hit the y-axis? So I hit the y-axis down here. Now I'm assuming these are going by ones. They don't have any numbers here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm hitting negative 4. Again, these are negative numbers. So I'm hitting negative 4. So that number will go right there. That's my y-axis number. Now again, the coordinate here, that is 0, negative 4. Because again, it's right and left 0, down 4. That's how I know it. So that, again, this is my b number in that formula. It's where the y-axis. Now another coordinate. So if I pick a number down the road, maybe I'll pick this dot here. This coordinate is 3 over 2 down. So 3 over negative 2 down. So there's my coordinate. And now I can go to my slope. So my slope formula, if you don't remember, m equals y minus y, x minus x. So again, these are my x numbers. These are my y numbers. So the y numbers go on the top, so -4 minus a -2. And then on the bottom, the 0 minus 3. Again, I'm just going to the left minus the right. So y minus y, x minus x. So what I'm getting here is these two negative signs cancel, so I'm left at -4 plus 2, which on a calculator that is -2. -4 plus 2 is -2. And 0 minus 3 is -3. And so the negative signs would cancel, leaving me with 2/3. And that number goes right here. That's my m number, 2/3. Again, it's making sense. It's going up. It's going up 2 over 3. That's what the slope means. It's rise 2, run 3. So I have to do that again. Rise 2, run 3. And sure enough, I land right on a dot. Rise 2, run 3. Yeah, it is working. So that's always a nice check to see if the slope is the correct one. Is it getting me to the next dot? But this, again, this is the goal. This is what we're trying to come up with. That's slope-intercept form. It's an equation for data that you're given. All right. The last problem here, number 3. Okay, so again, y equals mx plus b. The b part is where I hit the y-axis, so you're probably already looking at my graph and saying, okay, where did Mr. Ward hit? He hit right at the number 1, so I'm going to put a +1 there. I got to find my slope, so my slope here, again, my formula is y minus y, that's me right there, y minus y, x minus x. Now I got to come up with my coordinates. Now this first one was 0, 1, so that's kind of nice. Let's pick another dot. What's another dot that looks like it's really nice and neat down the road? Let's see. Is there a really nice one? And some of these numbers are not nice and clean. There's some weird decimals here. Let's see. I might have to use a decimal. I don't want to do that, preferably. I might have to, looking at kind of the graph that we're having here. I'm not stalling. I'm trying to actually find if there's a nice coordinate here. I might just have to pick, a decimal. I don't like doing that, but I think we're going to do it. Okay, we're going to pick this dot right here. So now if you're kind of looking at the graph, this dot is 3.5 over, so it's 3.5. And then it's down, what, 1.5? -1.5? Down? Not a nice coordinate, but again, that works. Because again, we're going by halves, so that's why it's over and down. Okay. Not the cleanest number, but we'll use it. We'll go with that. Again, it's right and left first, then up and down. Okay, so let me mark these. So the x numbers are the front numbers. The y numbers are the second numbers. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to be going, so I know this seems a little goofy, I'm going 1 minus a -1.5. And then on the bottom, the 0 minus the 3.5. So y minus y, x minus x. So now the negative signs will cancel, so I'm left with 2.5 on the top, and on the bottom I'm left with a -3.5. And that is my slope. So again, it is dropping, so let me throw that number in here. So that number will go here. So it's -2.5 over 3.5. And again, it didn't matter where the negative sign went. But there you go. There's my formula. Next week, we're going to be looking at different equation types. Now, we've only looked at slope-intercept form here on the iPad. We're going to be looking at the other forms that I kind of had written on that first opening thing where it was like general forms, standard form. There's different purposes for those, and I think it's important that you guys get to see those. So I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring those things. But again, for like next year, we'll just continue with that. We're going to be looking at, probability and all that good stuff. So, but again, first priority right now has got to be your health and safety and your family's health and safety. So, but again, I really do appreciate those who are actively participating each week. But again, we only have 2 weeks left. This next Sunday, the week after that. So, but again, appreciate it. Take care of each other, and I hope to see you real soon.